Hey folks, it's Bug. I'm live streaming on YouTube now. I've jumped off of Instagram and hopefully, uh, yeah, this is my Minecraft tutorial. I can't even make a Minecraft joke. I don't even know anything about it. There's blocks. Don't let a zombie touch you. Anyways, yeah, welcome. This is my new studio. This is kind of where I'm gonna be for the next at least 4 or 5 months. So, and yeah, people are already noticing I did get a haircut. My dad did it. I infamously grew out my hair last year because my wife is a CVSU nurse and I didn't want to go out in public. I'm gonna turn down. I think I have double mic going. That should be better. Can you all hear me now? Is that better now that I've turned off the camera mic was also on, so I've turned that off. Is that sounding good? Cool. As you can tell, this is my first live YouTube performance in this new setup, so hopefully it's gonna go smoothly from here on out. I can't see how many people are actually watching. Okay, cool. That's a good amount. That's good enough to start playing. Cool. So I'm gonna play a couple of songs for anyone who just wants to hang out for a bit. Feel free to ask me questions. I have the comment section over here on this monitor, so I might see it. Instagram did have the nice kind of question feature, but you guys get the higher quality microphone and video, not just my iPhone speaker and microphone. So I'm gonna play some songs. I'm gonna start with one of mine, and then I'm gonna play more of mine. The song is called Go With The Flow. And if anything's going wrong, just tell me in the comments. In a room, it looked a lot. I'm already messing up. In a room, it didn't look like this. It had much more lower ceilings and it was delicately lit. I couldn't shake an old girlfriend on my mind, 'cause I was dancing to our old song with a new one. And there's no room for her inside my head. We haven't spoke for 8 years, I still feel her fingerprints. 'Cause she laid back and I a little wound. She'd spout her little maxims that she had to calm me down. She'd say, go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. But I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. And I heard she's married now. There's no word for the emotion that I felt when I found out. It was fiery, yet casual, like words put in my mouth. An indifference to some news that would have killed my former self. But no, not now, and I hate how that makes me feel. It undercuts the present like my passions aren't as real. 'Cause time will revise both the perfect and the broken. So I have to write a song to keep a snapshot of the moment. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea the wrong way. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea the wrong way. And I chose self-medicating woes, not separating causes from the subsequent results. And I know there's better antidotes than choking on the fits and tantrums I would always throw. And I hope that I will always grow, but I'ma cut the tongue out of the next one who says go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea the wrong way. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a looked a lot like this. I told a bunch of strangers stuff I really shouldn't admit. That's a song called Go With The Flow, off of our album The Rough Draft, which came out more than 2 years ago. Cool. So it sounds like people are hearing me all right, seeing me all right. We kind of did a test run on Saturday or Sunday in the morning, and it seemed to go okay. So hopefully the quality of this stays where it's at now. If anything goes wrong, y'all just let me know. And I don't know what streamers are supposed to do on YouTube. I think I'm supposed to delete this video after a year. That's what I've been told. But I might leave it up for 2 years. So, anyways, if anybody has any questions, I will try to answer them. So I've already got one. Hey, Bug, what guitar is that? This is a Taylor guitar. My tuner is blocking it, but it's my Taylor. I got it from a Guitar Center that was closing down. It was the floor model, and they were shutting down, and I got it for a good deal, and I talked them down even from that. So let's see, what's your favorite song of yours? Do you have an album you're especially proud of? How long you've been writing music? There's a Discord. I'm just asking the questions. I'm not answering them. That's my thing. Okay, so to answer those, there is a Discord. Someone from the Discord, go ahead and link to the Discord if you dare. It's a good sized group. We got about 600 people in there, and it's a trip every day. We have rooms for discussing each album. We have rooms for discussing the discography. We have rooms for showing off your pets and recommending board games. Me and the band are very into board games, so we like to talk about board games. And what else do we got in there? You can sort yourself into a house. That's weird. Anyways, so I got that. Do you have an album you're especially proud of? Yeah, I mean, my answer to that probably for the rest of my life is going to be Bigger Than Myself. Just from an impact standpoint, I know that the Rough Draft currently in the world is kind of our more popular album, but Bigger Than Myself is a message that I really wanted to get out there into the world, and the people that have heard that message, that needed to hear that message, it feels like the most important thing I've ever done in my life. So very proud of that album, very proud of how it came out, very proud of my bandmates for recording it with me in the middle of a pandemic, just sending files back and forth and getting it done, and just not making up excuses to delay it when we really wanted to get it out into the world. So I got a, do you support the LGBTQ community? Absolutely. We actually have, just as of like this weekend, a bunch of our little logo, our little bug logo, in different flags that were created for our Discord server. And so, yeah, everybody is welcome in the server except people who have a problem with that. So, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna play some more songs. So that one was off of the Rough Draft. I'm gonna do one off of Torn Between a Couple. Yeah, I'm gonna do it off Torn Between a Couple. This is the first song of Torn Between a Couple, and it always makes me happy to play. And it's a song called Making Up Words. Type along if you know the lyrics. We'll slow down, we can talk it out. We'll backtrack, relax, and we'll track it down. How I carve out a space for this, to hold a job and have a hobby as expensive as it is. My neighbors all complain about the noise I make. I pipe down, I haven't made a peep though, but I found my voice in this random noise. Sit back now and welcome to the peep show. I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some. Yeah, I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. We'll untwist from the sounds of it. I've missed half the point, but I got the gist. Now I know what my next step is. Find the perfect words if they exist. Is it words for love? Is it words for pain? And do I stop when they sound the same? Is it better that I pander to the people who will listen? Do I pivot, go 180 just to prove I can be different? Oh, I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some. Yeah, I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. Refresh, give me time to rest, to recharge my search for a sound that's fresh. I don't mean to be so down or pessimistic, like an ivy on my skin. I can't resist the urge to itch it with a simple little hobby. All I do is stitch together clever words and sound, record, promote, design, and finally pitch it. I'm like, please share, please like and subscribe, but all I want to do is leave us unrelated stuff behind. But at the same time, I want to reach 1 million people. I'm feeling like 1,000's out of reach if I don't keep up with the trending times. A brand new state, a new bandwagon with some new pain. Well, here's my new way. Maybe I'm not trending up on Twitter. The only ones I'll reach will be my mom and baby sister. Maybe I'm not pound for money or fame, but my music wouldn't fit inside a status or a hashtag. I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some. Yeah, I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. Top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some. I'll plagiarize the chorus and the beating in my chest. I'll take my inspiration from the cadence of my breath. I'm searching for rhythm and the cracking of my knuckles. They asked me for a title, said I'm torn between a couple. I'm taking aim and aiming up, it's second nature off the cuff. I'm vaguely masquerading and I'm faking that I'm brave enough. I'm shaking up the 80s stuff and waking all the neighbors up. There ain't enough to waste it, so I'm saving up and making up words. Whew. That's a song called Making Up Words. Has my dad joined the my dad has joined the live stream. I thought he went to bed a little bit ago. Turns out I'm not waking the neighbors up. I'm waking my parents up. So if people don't know, I'm hanging out in Nashville for a couple of months before me and my wife moved to Richmond. So I'm back at getting that authentic millennial experience living with my parents. I love my parents and I'm really excited to spend some time with them for a little bit. So, cool. Cool. I can answer this one. So Gilded Cabaret says, do you put the chords for your songs anywhere? I love to learn them. Yes, I painstakingly went and added all the chords that were missing from ultimateguitar.com. This stream brought to you by ultimateguitar.com. So everything should be on there. All of Torn Between a Couple, all of the Rough Draft, and all of Bigger Than Myself are up on Ultimate Guitar. So I sound exactly like Tyler Joseph in every way. I believe that's 21 Pilots. Yeah, I like them. I think I was definitely really into the Vessel album when I started writing music 7 years ago. And so I could see that. I think it was one of those things that you find an artist who also doesn't really sing. I mean, he's probably a better singer than I am. I'm not a great singer, but finding bands like that are more kind of, there's a flow and there's words, and it's not exactly let's go on American Idol and that kind of singing is not really what I do. And so 21 Pilots and the Front Bottoms, bands like that are more about the lyrics and the intent and the emotion and stuff like that. Definitely gravitated towards bands like that. Dang, there's 80 people watching this right now. Why didn't I come to YouTube before this? Oh, cool. So Jenny says, saw you in Lincoln, Nebraska. So great to hear you sing live again. Funny story about Lincoln, Nebraska. It was the only time that, and it may never happen again, but we had a mosh pit form for our our song. We were playing the Key to Being Lonely in Lincoln, Nebraska, and yeah, they started moshing, which was not something that we expected to happen. It was our first time off of the West Coast, and in Seattle, people, they kind of stand against the wall and they nod their head and they're like, having a great time, but we're not moshing music, and for whatever reason, those folks down in Lincoln decided that was the opportune time. That whole show was actually just a blast. I don't know if you remember that. I've already lost who was there, but we were playing Be God I Love You, and Kyle is in the back with his tambourine, and he's doing this very big, exaggerated tambourine clap, just like full 90-degree and then smack every time the tambourine would hit. And like 8 people in the front row decided that they were going to imitate him exactly how he was doing that, and it made me laugh so hard that I had to close my eyes and to do the rest of the first verse of Be Glad I Love You, because otherwise I was going to crack up and not be able to finish the song. That's one of my favorite memories from that tour. So anyways, I miss playing live, if you could probably don't know. All right, everyone, got your bingo cards ready. Was Dear McCracken a real story? There's a joke in our Discord that we have a bingo card, and like the middle space is someone asked if Dear McCracken is a true story. It is a true story. It's 100% a true story. I just wrote down what happened. Do you really have siblings? Yeah, I have an older brother. If people on my YouTube channel, because I'm actually here on my YouTube channel, if y'all want to go back to the first video that I posted ever before Bug Hunter was really a thing, was my wedding toast song to my brother at his wedding. That's my older brother, and I do have a younger sister as well. But she's hasn't had a wedding, so I haven't had to play at her wedding yet. So, yeah, okay, so some people have seen it. Yeah, that was a kind of our first, like, it went, I got on Reddit for like a second, and like it got like 100,000 views, and I was like, hey, that's cool. But it was before, I think we had released Torn Between a Couple at that point, but, until McCracken took off, nobody was listening to us, so, anyways. Okay, I'll answer a few more questions. What made you think of the song Pine Cones? So that is also a true story. I was not the protagonist of that particular story, but a couple of years ago, I think it was 2016, somebody climbed a tree in downtown Seattle and started throwing pine cones at people, and they blocked off the street. And so the song is it's inspired by that. Obviously, it's more kind of delving into like what would drive somebody to do that, and kind of what that might represent. But if you want to look, and somebody actually edited the Wikipedia page for that event. It's called Man in Tree. You can go to Wikipedia and like put my song as like a references in popular culture, which is wild, because I don't even have my own Wikipedia page. So it's the closest I've gotten to having being on Wikipedia. So let's see. I'm trying to parse some questions out of here. Someone's still looking for a link to the Discord. If Mars or Korn or Moth or someone who's here wanna just go grab that real quick from the bulletin board, then that would be great. Somebody did try to make me a Wikipedia page several months ago. I believe it was David, and they rejected it because I'm not talked about enough in whatever they need, like a magazine or something to talk about me first. And we've just built all this up from the ground, from just word of mouth, and nobody's talking about Bug Hunter except for y'all who are here. Hey, David's here. Awesome. Hey, David. Yeah, so you can try to make me another Wikipedia page, but it's probably going to go about the same as it did the first time. So, and I appreciate everybody for being here. Damn, there's 90 people watching this right now. I don't know if this is usual or if it's just something that it's because it's kind of my first live stream, but I hope that you all come and hang out. And I don't know, am I being entertaining enough? I haven't asked anybody to smash anything or like yet, but that's pretty typical stuff. If anyone has any tips how I can be a better YouTuber, that would be fantastic. Okay, Parker asks, what is an obscure hobby of yours? let's see. So I spend a lot of time on music. So I'm not a full-time musician. I saw that question pop up a little bit ago, but not a full-time musician. I do have a full-time job because it doesn't pay a lot to be a musician. But so I do my job. I have a wife, and that is obviously a time commitment that I enjoy. And then music is kind of the rest of my time. And if there's any time in between those other three things, I love to design board games. So I've designed probably a dozen, but there's probably like two that I think are like actually pretty good. And so I love to design board games. I just love like seeing how things go kind of in the real world systems, and being like, what would that look like in a video game or a board game, and kind of like what kind of system would you create to like model that. Anyways, I have a game that I am not selling right now because I need to find it in all our moving boxes. But it's a game called Rock, Paper, Scissors Chess. And it's kind of a chess variant where it kind of follows the rules of Rock, Paper, Scissors. And anyways, I'm not going to plug it too much, but if you like chess, you would like it. If you don't like chess, it's better than chess, so you might like it. Anyways, okay. Porter says, how much do you end up playing the piano compared to guitar and uke and all that jazz? So that's a great question. As you might have noticed, my enormous prop here in the background is my new keyboard. I don't really play piano. I could bust out Green Sleeves for you. I've been practicing it all week, but I really started learning how to play piano this week. I know the keys, and if you hear piano on any of my music, there's a 50% chance that I did it. But Jesse Galloway is our kind of multi-instrumentalist who plays the piano on Take It Back. And I believe where else did he do piano for me? I believe he transcribed the riff from Pebbles to piano for the bridge. And then kind of the middle piano parts in that. But yeah, I'm just learning piano. This is my new thing that I'm trying to get better at. I have a little bit more time now that I'm not moving across the country. And so, yeah, hopefully in the next album I'll be able to play something on piano that sounds nice. But I did, like the Headlights riff and the Pebbles. I'm able to play the kind of simpler things. But anyways, yeah, I have to learn it on my own. If you can see, here's my thing that I'm working on. If you guys can see this, there it is. Those are all the notes on the piano, and I just have that sitting right there. That's the stage I'm at right now. So, anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep. I see that CJ has joined. If anyone hasn't seen it, I'm sure odds are you have. But the Dear McCracken animation that he did for his senior project was phenomenal. Thanks for hanging out with us, CJ. I got asked, how old are you? I am 29 years old, so I'm still in my 20s, at least for a little bit longer. So let's see. People talk about Monopoly. I don't like Monopoly. The game. Someone asked what board game I like. I think. Well, if somebody asked it, I'm gonna answer it. I've been playing this game called Unmatched. If anybody has heard of this game, basically it's like you can fight different fighters against different fighters. So the match that my wife and my dad and I had yesterday morning was Little Red Riding Hood versus Bigfoot versus Sherlock Holmes, and it's just kind of silly like that. It's like on a board, and you have cards, and you play them. And I've been playing it pretty much exclusively since September. My wife bought it for me for my birthday, and it's like my favorite game right now. So, Eli says, for some reason when I started listening to you, I thought your first name was Bug, and your last name was Hunter. That was very intuitive of you. My first name is not Bug, but it is a nickname that my parents have called me Bug since I was born, and Hunter is my last name. So you were right. I meant the band name to kind of be just my name, but not. No one really calls me Bug Hunter. They just call me Bug, but the band is Bug Hunter. But I also perform solo as Bug Hunter, and also with the band as Bug Hunter. It sounds like a job, like a bug hunter, like an exterminator, but it's meant to be kind of ambiguously weird like that. Anyways, someone says, how did I not know this was coming live? If somebody could reach out to me and let me know how I can let you know that this is happening, that would be great, because I just kind of go live. I have a Discord where people can give themselves a role where they can subscribe to, like, if I say, hey, I'm going to live stream in an hour, I tell people via the Discord that way. But if there's a YouTube-y way to, like, ping my followers, that would be fantastic to know how to do that. Anyways, oh cool, we just passed 100 viewers. So yeah, hit that bell, just like that smash button, because that's all we're really here for at the end of the day. Okay, I've talked for too long, so I'm gonna play another song. I've played one from the Rough Draft, and I've played one from Torn Between a Couple, so I might play one from Bigger Than Myself. I'm trying to think which one I want to do. I'm not gonna play I'm not gonna play Braggin', because I might be playing it on Saturday. Foreshadowing, spoiler alert, of what I'm going to plug after I'm done playing this. I'm going to play a song that I haven't played in a while, so I might mess it up, but this is a song called Toddler with a Slingshot. You pay me to exaggerate, I think I've done enough, turning bummers into heartaches and crushes into love. Sometimes our lives are mild, our story's just okay. I'll set your expectations in the middle and I say, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Knock me down a peg when I wanna be a big shot. I'm just a toddler with a slingshot. For example, I got cornered by a salesman at a farmer's market booth, selling cheap ceramic bowls meant for dogs to eat their food. I haggle like a master, I showed them how I do. I didn't want one, but I got a deal for two. Hell yeah. I don't have a regret, or a dog knock me down a peg when I wanna be a big shot. I'm just a toddler with a slingshot. Don't have the strength, don't have the aim. I'm building up my motor skills and everything's a game. You say I'm harmless, you're probably right, but nothing is more trouble than a toddler going quiet. Keep your eye on me, keep your eye on me. Knock me down a peg when I wanna be a big shot. I'm just a toddler with a slingshot. I asked for half your candy bar, you raise it in the air and split it down the middle, made a perfect little pair. You smiled like a sweetheart, my hand extended out. You winked at me and popped both of the pieces in your mouth. Hell no. That one's a hell no. No mercy with a Hershey first. She knocked me down a peg when I wanna be a big shot. I'm just a toddler with a slingshot. Don't have the strength, don't have the aim. I'm building my motor skills and everything's a game. You say I'm harmless, so did Goliath, but nothing is more trouble than a toddler going quiet. Keep an eye on me, keep your eye and watch me. Well, or I'll raise a little hell. Hell yeah. They asked me for a catchphrase, I didn't miss a step. If their story's kinda boring, you can tell them hell yep. Hell, knock me down a peg when I wanna be a big shot, and I will kick it up the next notch. And if I work, put in the labor, blood, sweat, crawl in every favor, eat my I'll be a preteen with a taser. So that's a song called Toddler with a Slingshot. Hell yep. Oh, hey, Tony Hammonds is here. For people who don't know, Tony was the one who filmed my Listen to Your Mom video and took a lot of great pictures of us back in Seattle. I hope you're doing well, Tony. It was sad that I had to leave Seattle without saying goodbye to so many people in that community, but I hope you're doing well. Anyways, God. Okay, so we got like 100 plus people here. Feels silly to stop playing at this point. We got everybody's attention. So while I have your attention, I get to do a cool plug my stuff with 100 people watching. So if you like hanging out and watching this live stream, basically every 2-ish to 3-ish weeks, I do a Zoom show where it's a lot like this, but everybody has their cameras on and I can talk to people. So afterwards, I kind of take questions over Zoom, and it's a bit more personal. We're able to hear applause afterwards, and that's always nice. So I do those. One ticket gets your whole household into it, so it's fairly affordable, and it helps us kind of fund what we're doing. And speaking of, if you guys haven't heard of Bug Scouts, Bug Scouts is our Pin of the Month program that we kind of we have a new design kind of based on our music that we're going to be coming out with every month. January's is the Cozy Astronaut from Pebbles. So I'm going to hold this up so people can see. This is a Cozy Astronaut pin that we have. And it basically, it's only available in January. So if you want it, you have to get it in the next 5 days. It also available as a long sleeve t-shirt, also limited edition. We're going to stop selling them once February starts, and we're going to start selling a new thing. So we do that. We're going to do that every month this year, and I'm really excited about it because they help us fund what we're doing. We have a lot of exciting things going on. The studio, I have lights and a camera and a new piano that I'm learning. But beyond that, we are hiring talented people to do fun things with our music. I'll have more information about that pretty soon. I think February, the goal, it'll be kind of apparent. We are working with somebody who I am so excited to work with, and some of you may know who they are just because they have had their work featured for a property that I love with all my heart, and so we are very fortunate to be working with this person. Anyways, I'll stop being vague once February rolls around, but that's like our next thing, and it costs money. So if you like to support the band and the things we're doing, Bug Scouts is a thing, and the Zoom shows are all rolled up into that. If you come to a Zoom show, you are directly helping us keep doing what we love and making more content and that kind of thing. So just waiting to be able to get out there and play again. But in the meantime, I really enjoy playing online and especially the Zoom shows because I get to meet people and yeah. So for anybody who missed it, I'll show it again. This is the Cozy Astronaut. There it is. Pin. There it is. Focus. Not gonna do it. Bug figures out how cameras work. Live. Anyways, you can go to my website, bughunterbug.com, and get one of those before January's up. So, okay, I think that's all I wanted to plug. Zoom show and Bug Scouts. January's almost up, so cool. I'll do one more song, and then I'll hop off of this. So, what do y'all want? I've done one from each album, so now we're at wildcard territory. What do folks want to hear? Okay, I got 2 Waving Goodbyes back to back really quickly, so I'm gonna do that just because I don't see it requested very often, and it's one of my favorite songs that I've written. So this is a song that I wrote for my parents. It's the last song on Bigger Than Myself, and it means a lot to me. It's one of my oldest songs, honestly. I wrote it well before Torn Between a Couple, and it just took many years to kind of get it exactly how I wanted it before before I released it. But yeah, this is a song about, it's about appreciating your, whoever raised you. And I've had people reach out and say that they don't relate to the song very well. And, you know, that always breaks my heart. But what I do want to say is that for anybody who didn't feel like they had the guardian that I describe in this song, I hope it inspires somebody to be that person for the next generation. So this song is called Waving Goodbye. Sit with me here in this room, I'm alone. But if you sit with me, maybe I won't feel like I'm alone. Feel like I'm home. I never went through that rebellious phase when my family was lame and I wanted to be on my own. Now I'm on my own. And I wonder if I've wandered too far away, and if I should stay or if I should go home. If I close my eyes, I am practically there, with my dad on the couch and my mom in her old rocking chair. I used to climb on her lap and she'd rock me to sleep, read me stories and carry me back up the stairs. And I wonder when I learned to read on my own, grew heavy to hold, too big for her chair. Gave me brown hair, gave me brown eyes, gave me the patience I need to be kind. Said not to cry, promised to try, waving goodbye. I call my mom once a week and my dad twice a year, but I love them the same, I've no favorite at all. My dad can fix anything, but I don't have that gene. It just seems like that apple had too far to fall. But I wonder if I'll take the best of his traits, his humor and faith in the ones that he loves. He gave me brown hair, gave me brown eyes, gave me the patience I need to be kind. Said not to cry, promised to try, I'm waving goodbye. Columbus, Ohio, and Reno, Nevada, Chicago, and LA, and now in Seattle. I've left behind all of the baggage I had. I still bring you both with me wherever I travel. You could have fixed every little mistake, the bumps in the road, the cuts and the scrapes. Could have fought all my battles and made me feel safe. Could have told me I'm perfect, unable to change. But the best thing a parent can do for their child is strengthen their heart, make them able to wave them goodbye. Gave me brown hair, gave me brown eyes, gave me the patience I need to be kind. I said not to cry, promised to try, I'm waving goodbye. I don't know if they heard that downstairs, if they're still watching, but that song's for my parents. Thank you. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I haven't, I feel like that might be the first like live stream performance of that song I've done. I played that for them, I think yesterday morning downstairs, and it was really funny because my dad was on the couch and my mom was in her rocking chair, and it was just like, oh yeah, if I close my eyes, I can really picture it. And it's true to form. A lot of songs I write have a lot of basis in reality, especially the line about pancakes and creature of habit. That's my most true line I've ever written. I have pancakes every day. Cool. So this has been really fun. We got up to over 100 people watching, which is great. I feel like I did like a YouTube stream back when COVID started, and like there's like 12 people there. So I'm really excited that a lot of people joined and stayed, and it must be my super cool streaming setup that I have now. Um, Moth, are you asking me if you were one of the 12 people? I mean, do you remember it? If you were there, you were there. Um, cool. I am going to hang out for a little bit longer, I think, as long as people are still here. Uh, it's the haircut. Yeah, I think it is the haircut that has finally. People are not dropping their phones in disgust when they open up the stream. Anyways, if people have more questions, I'm happy to chill and hang out for a little bit longer. Um, I think I'm going to start doing these YouTube streams fairly regularly, kind of off cycle with the Zoom shows. Obviously, like I don't want to price anybody out of being able to see me play music. I don't feel great about that. I don't want to put up a barrier between my music and anybody who wants to listen to it. The Zoom shows are they're a support model. They're an extra thing that I do. It's just helps keep things going and us pursuing our dreams. But I don't think I'll ever stop doing kind of these live free YouTube ones because I know the world's tough right now and world's tough always. So I want to be able to play for anybody who wants to hear me play. So Gloop asks, how are you doing? You came here to play for us, but what about you? I'm doing great. I think I'm getting to spend time with my parents. I've been on the West Coast for the last 10 years of my life, while my parents have been kind of in the central part of the country, and so it's been one of those things where I see them every 6 months, and especially this year, it had been almost a year. Luckily, I saw them literally the week before COVID started shutting everything down, which was really fortunate. One of the last things they saw me do before that was play a show. So it had been 10 months since I had seen them, and obviously we did the 2-week quarantine before stepping foot in the house. And so to have this time with them after 10 years all the way across the country has been really fantastic. So I'm just going to say that I'm doing great. Overall, can't complain. Days asks, can you turn on the super chat feature so people can donate when you go live? I've looked into that. I know there's a function like that on Twitch, but if people are looking to donate, I don't know what like the amounts that people donate for things like that. But we always have my website where we're doing Bug Scouts, and the pins are $5. I don't know if that's like the normal amount that people donate on here, but if you just do it on my site, then and you're able to tip on any purchase too. So we always appreciate anybody who is helping fuel the dream, but I don't know. I'll look into super chat and see if that's something I want to do. But I kind of like getting people in the Bug Scouts ecosystem because pins are cool and I like mailing to people. So okay, I see. I see the island. Mars says, I'm going to have everything on your site eventually and we'll need a new way to throw money at you. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, well, that's what the monthly pin is for. At least as long as you can wait a month, you'll have a new thing. Corbin asks, any spoilers for future pins? Well, if anybody is familiar with our Discord, we have created 3 houses that Bug Hunter fans fall into. And we've kind of divided kind of our styles of music, genres maybe that we create, and we've narrowed them down to 3 things. There's the theory deers, and the theory deers are kind of the analytical. I overthink things from Yes or No is very theory deer, and obviously from Be Glad I Love You. I have a theory deer, so let me put it past where that mascot came from, who is now an actual deer with a little bubble pipe and a monocle. So there's a theory deer, and he's a mascot. And then the Cozy Astronaut from Pebbles is kind of the more chill, if you like slow burn, if you like Pebbles, if you like kind of the slower songs, the sentimental ones. Waving Goodbye is a great example of that. Cozy Astronaut is probably your avatar. And then the third one is Chaos. It's Toddler with the Slingshot. And it's for people who like making up words and bragging and the fast-paced songs that are just kind of like in your face and going. So you can go to our Discord and you can we have a quiz on my website. Go to bughunterbug.com and you can fill out the little like 15-question quiz and get your house. And then so knowing that Cozy Astronaut is January's, I'll just leave it at that. Knowing that there are more out there. So, okay. Man, is there actually still 100 people still watching? I stopped playing music a second ago. Okay. Well, I'll keep talking. Not sure if this is asked already, but what inspired you to create music? I think when growing up, I wrote a lot of poetry. When I was a kid, I wanted to publish a poem called, or publish a book called 50 Funky Poems. I got 38 poems in, and I think I gave up. I'll now recite my favorite poem that I wrote when I was in third grade in it's fourth grade in Mrs. Mijac's class. And I wrote this poem, and it's called I Hate Math. This is my encore. Multiplication is very boring. During division, you'll catch me snoring. Subtraction and addition I don't really like. I'd rather be outside riding my bike. So that was one of my poems that I wrote when I was a kid. I'm very proud of that one. Copyright. And when I got older, I didn't have a shred of musical talent. When I was in college, I played bass guitar, but not well. I would just play like Green Day riffs. And I had some friends who were playing guitar and they were writing songs, and they would like play at the dorm talent show. And I was like, oh, can I play bass with you? Like I'll strum one note at a time. And it was just really cool. It was very neat that they were writing songs, and I was like, I want to do that. So I started writing songs on my bass guitar, and they were very bad. And then I learned how to play baritone ukulele, and they were still very bad, but they started being a little better. Headlights was kind of written in that time period. Waving Goodbye also kind of written in that time period. And then one summer I just bought a guitar off Craigslist. I was almost 22 years old, and that was about seven and a half years ago. And just decided to devote a summer to learning guitar, kind of like how I'm devoting the next couple of months to learning piano. I just think that having a skill like that is fun. And now I can play guitar for the rest of my life. Not well, but I can do it. And I'm hoping to say like, oh yeah, when I'm 40, I will thank myself that 10 years earlier, I sat down and really tried to play piano so I can play White Christmas for my kids or something. I don't know. What am I using to learn piano? I am using videos online. If anyone's listened to Piano Teacher, yeah, it's not for me. I really got to be able to just do it on my own time. And so it's nice because it's my desk set up and I can just turn and just practice green sleeves and then turn back and then do what I'm supposed to be doing. People are asking if I'm going to save this live. I intend to. Yeah, I'll probably keep it up for as long as anybody would probably reasonably watch it. And you know, after 2 weeks, it's not like anybody's going back to watch old live streams. So I'll probably take it down at that point. But just to kind of keep the clutter off the channel. But anyways. I really appreciate everybody who's just saying kind things about my music. It's really, really nice of you. I'm reading them quietly in my head as I'm trying to talk and not just stare at the screen. But thank you for people who are saying nice things about us. Favorite Green Day song. My favorite Green Day song. Oh man, I mean. The song Holiday was a song that I probably played on loop 40,000 times when I was in 7th grade when that album came out. Jesus of Suburbia is always an all-time classic. I almost like Homecoming more than Jesus of Suburbia. Those kind of the two like longer multi-part songs that they had, and sometimes I feel like Holiday is or Homecoming is I prefer to Jesus of Suburbia, but that whole album's great. I haven't cared for too much of what they've been doing recently, but similar opinion on Weezer. Love old Weezer, but not, you know, not a crazy fan of anything recent. I think the Red album was the last Weezer I listened to that I really enjoyed. If you're wondering, If I Want You To is one of my favorite Weezer songs of all time. And I still feel like that's a new album, but it came out when I was in 10th grade. So it's, not new anymore, but that's my dad saying encore. Okay, so I'm going to, because I feel like people are trying to post links and they're not able to, I will quickly go over to our Discord and grab this link, and I'll try and be better about posting that next time. And grab this Discord link, and if anybody wants to join our Discord who's been hanging out here with us, it's a very thriving community who they have a lot to say. I wake up to like 1,000 messages every morning, anyways, it's very fun. If you like to talk about our music or get updates, I mean, that's honestly, the Discord is the quickest way to hear about anything we're doing, because I'm in there on a daily basis. If you join our Bug Scouts program, you get access to a special room in the Discord where we play 20 questions every Monday. For some reason, that became a tradition where I think of a random thing in my room and everybody asks me questions until they either don't figure it out or do. They've lost twice and won once. So we do that on Mondays, and it's just kind of like, I'll play Among Us with folks in the Discord every once in a while, and people in the Bug Scouts room kind of get first dibs on a spot in that. But I don't exclusively talk in that channel. I talk in all of them. There's an Ask Bug, and Ask Kyle, and Ask Jesse, Ask the band if you have any questions for us. We are super reachable. We don't have a label or a manager or there's no layer of corporate BS in between y'all and us. I'm literally just a guy who made some songs in his bedroom and have been lucky enough to have a lot of dominoes fall the right way. So we appreciate your support, but yeah, know that you're not bothering us to ask us questions. We're stoked if you like our music, and we want to talk to you about it. So if you, so I saw I'm not in that room, and I've bought all the Bug Scouts merch. If you've bought Bug Scouts merch, you should have gotten an email just saying, hey, tell me. I have to manually add the role to you. So that's just the only way to do it. And then I just check to see if it's true, and then I do it. So, okay. I am trying to see if there's any questions that I can answer here. How do you feel about Fall Out Boy? Very similar feelings about Fall Out Boy as Weezer and Green Day. I was going to go see their little three-way concert before it got COVID canceled. But yeah, I mean, Dance Dance and We're Going Down and all the long song titles. A Little Less 16 Candles. That one is probably my favorite Fall Out Boy song. I would love to do a cover of that someday, because I think that is it's a good pop song. It just nails it as far as that style. Okay, I don't want to bore everybody with everybody I'm talking about. But do you play D&D? I have played D&D. I would love to play more D&D, but mostly busy. That's kind of the thing. There's somebody organizing a role-playing game based on the Bug Scouts map that we released. If people haven't seen it, I'll do this real quick. I'll just play this little video. This is our Bug Scouts map. And so anyways, that's our Bug Scouts map. We had Jaminator 3000 make that for us, and it's kind of a map of how far we've come. I just love fantasy maps, so someone's organizing a little campaign for it. If anybody wants to hop into the Discord, the The room is Bug RP for roleplay, and I think they're still kind of figuring out who wants to play and time zones and things like that. But it's based on that map and buggy kind of adventures. I really have nothing to do with it, so I can't vouch for kind of what it's going to be like, but I'm helping facilitate it in the Discord because I think it's neat and I love inspiring people to have fun interactions based on my music. So yeah, and that map that I just showed you, it's available on a phone case and a poster and a canvas if people really like it. I know I'm getting the canvas sent to me because I love my map. I spent a lot of time thinking of all the little icons for all the songs for them to create. So so I got this. How many of your songs would you say are based off of a true story? Some are very, very, very much a true story. Dear McCracken is a true story, start to finish. Some songs are taken from multiple stories and, kind of put together. The little second verse and point to prove about, I didn't know her, but in June I got her screen name is valuable, so that we just sat in silence, that part, that happened, that was an embarrassing moment from my life, that it was unfortunately too true. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are either true stories that have happened to me or I've seen people go through, or, I think they're all based on real feelings at the very least. Yeah, I think at a certain point, I've got 3, 4, if you count the Secret Hidden albums out, and eventually I'm not as such an interesting guy that I'm going to be able to endlessly write about my own life. So I might pivot to writing either fictional stories or historical stories. I thought it'd be kind of cool to write a song about something that happened in history, or if people reach out and have ideas for things that have happened in their life, they want to share them with me, I could write something based on other people's stories. So cool. I think I'm gonna start. Man, there's still 100 people here listening to me. I'm probably going to go just because I'm nervous now that everyone's still sticking around. But I'll do this again. This was really fun. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I think what I'll do is I will let my little map animation play for a little bit, and I'll talk in the chat for maybe another 5 minutes, just via text. And anybody who needs any more information about the Discord or anything like that, I can point you to that. If you've enjoyed chatting with everybody here, the Discord is pretty much like this all the time. So if you like our music, it's a really great place to hang out. So thank you for everybody who hung out. This really, really, really exceeded kind of how I thought this was going to go. I don't even think I'll be able to replicate this success again. So thank you, everybody. And hopefully see some more people at the show on Saturday, the Zoom show. Tickets on bughunterbug.com. And yeah, have a good night.